Hello class. So today we are going to be doing a color wheel in our sketchbooks. So when you get your sketchbook, open up to a blank page, and what you're going to do is with the pencil you're going to draw one large, what shape is this? You're right, it's a triangle. Now now that you have your triangle, there's 1, 2, 3 corners. On each of these corners we're going to draw a large circle on each corner there. Now you'll set your pencil aside and you will take your oil pastels. What is this color combination that you see? We have blue, yellow, and red. These are the 3 primary colors. Now what we're going to do right now is we're going to take our oil pastel, you could choose any color, and you're going to color in one circle with each of the colors. So you'll end up with one red, one yellow, one blue. So these are the 3 primary colors, and these are the colors that you cannot ever get by mixing other colors together. But this is how you discover other colors that you can make. So when you mix 2 primary colors together, you're going to make a secondary color. So right now I want you to draw one circle in between each of the primary colors. So you'll end up with 3 more circles. You can connect them if you would like using straight lines. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your oil pastels again, and I want you to put your finger on the circle between the red and the yellow colors. Now what you're going to do is you're going to mix those colors together. So on either side of this circle I see red and yellow. If I mix them together, I'm going to get a secondary color. And when you're mixing colors, whether it's with oil pastels or with paint, you always want to start with the lightest color. You want to do this because it's easier to make a color darker than it is to make it lighter, especially with paint. That way you won't be wasting anything. So in this color I'm going to be adding my yellow first because it is a lighter color than red. And then I'm going to carefully do just a little bit of red in my yellow, and then I'm going to try to smear it and discover what secondary color it makes. What color is it? You're right, it's orange. Now I'm going to do the same thing in between the blue and the yellow. So put your finger on the circle that's between the blue and yellow circles. Now again, the rule is that you're going to use the lightest color. Which one is lighter? The yellow one. Good job. So I'm going to start with the yellow color. And if you ever have blue as part of your art math, you want to make sure that you always save blue for last. Blue is a very strong pigment, so you always want to make sure that it is the last one in your math, your color math. So now I'm going to add my little bit of blue into my yellow. I'm going to find a clean finger. My fingers are a little dirty. So I'm going to find a clean finger to smear it up a little bit. What color do I get? Green. Good job. So now we're going to do the last secondary color. We have blue right here and red right here. So we're going to mix them together in this circle. Now this one's a little bit tricky, especially with these 2 oil pastels. The red one looks darker. But like I said when we were beginning to mix our green, we always want to save blue for our last part of our color math. So we're going to start with the red. Color that in. And then we're going to start with our blue. Now what color are you seeing? Purple! Awesome. So now we have our 3 primary colors. When we mix 2 primaries together, we get a secondary. So red and blue make purple, blue and yellow make green, red and yellow make orange. Now let's see what happens in the middle when we combine all 3 primary colors together. Now we want to start again with our lightest color first. So, like with our other ones, we always started with the yellow. Remember, we always want to save our blue for last if it's part of our color math. So we're going to start with our yellow, get that all filled in. Add some red. And then finally our blue. And smear it together and I get brown. There we are. Now a little color math secret. There are things called complementary colors. That means when a color is across each other on the color wheel, that means they're complementary colors. They might go really well together. And another trick that it tells you is that together they will make brown. So if I take purple and yellow together, it makes brown. Red and green make brown, and blue and orange make brown. So that's a little trick to know how you can make brown. Now, what we can do, if you would like, draw circles in between your existing circles. And these are what are called tertiary or intermediate colors. This is when you mix a primary and a secondary together. So if you have a purple, but you need it more of a reddish purple, then you want to, that's what you will get right here. Just like if you have an orange, but you need it more of like a reddish orange or a burnt orange, you would want to mix those together just by adding a little bit more red to your orange, and then you will get an additional color.